to bounce back into the world of the L Word, right? And this
it was
character.
very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really exciting. I mean, one of the things that was challenging was to try to figure out, you know, it's been 10 years since we've seen Bet, and trying to figure out what core values she still has, how she's the same, and also how she's different, and trying to re-enter into, you know, that mindset. And it wasn't really until I got my cufflinks on,
Okay, that you
got my
fell
power
back
suit
into
back
it?
on, that I fell back into.
Did you think it was coming back for you, that you would jump back into this eventually?
Well, Kate Mennick, who plays Shane, and Leisha Haley, who plays Alice, and I all really instigated the return, because we saw a need for it, because we really thought that something would replace it as soon as it went off the air, because, you know, it had been so successful, and then nothing did, and some more time passed, and then this new generation came along and just changed everything, changed the way that we talk about gender identity, changed the way we talk about sexual orientation, and just changed the language, you know. And we thought, how fantastic would it be to be able to tell these new stories along with, you know, finding out where these characters are 10 years later.
Yeah, and now your character is running for mayor. In the
Yes.
years that the show was off the air, did you ever envision this for her?
Well, I thought it was a natural extension of who she was, in a way, and you know, the last 2.5 years have been really challenging for her. And you know, some people run for egoic reasons, and some people run because they've had a personal experience that's really changed them. And I think that's true in the case of Beth. And you know, you've seen her testify before Congress before. You know that she's politically minded. You know that she's a crusader. So it seemed to make sense.
Yeah, and as an executive producer, how much input did you have shaping her story?
A little bit, but you know, I knew that I wanted her to run for office, but I think it's really important to, you know, give the showrunner the reins too. You know, we have a new showrunner, Marcia Lewis Ryan, and I wanted her to, you know, figure out where she thought the character might go, and then of course make tweaks if I didn't feel that it resonated. But yeah, it's been really, really exciting.
So let's talk about this. We've got you, Catherine Menning, Leisha Haley, but what can you tell us about some of the new cast and new characters that are coming in?
First of all, the actors that play these new characters are just phenomenal. They are so full of energy, so talented, and just dove in right away. And I wanted, as an EP and as one of the original actors from the show, I wanted them to know that there's not the new cast and the old cast, there's the cast. We're together and we're making the show. And some of them had watched the show when they were younger, and the show meant a lot to them. And some of them had even watched it in secret, you know, because they didn't want their parents to know that they were watching the show, because they hadn't come out yet, which was really...
That is interesting.
Yeah, it was really sweet. And so, but now they get to give back to the next generation.
A big storyline of Beth's in the past was this on and off again relationship with Tina, played by Laura Holloway. Now it hasn't.
Holloman.
Oh, Holloman, sorry. It wasn't publicized that she would be back. Will we maybe see Tina make a...
Well, she's, you know, Laurel Holloman has done an extraordinary thing where she has a really beautiful, powerful art career. She became a painter. I mean, she was a painter prior, but her career completely took off. I mean, there's a lot of characters that I would love to see come back. I would love to see Pam Grier come back. I would love to see Holland Taylor come back. I'd love to see Marlee Matlin come back. And certainly, I would love to see Laurel come back if she ever had time. So who knows, maybe we'll figure out something someday.
So there's a lot of room there to find out what happens. The series finale of the original L Word ended on this cliffhanger. Who killed Jenny? Not specifically answered. No spoilers, of course. We know you can't do it. Will there be resolution for fans on that looming question as we move forward here?
I can guarantee you there will be resolution for fans on that issue.
Complete resolution?
Complete resolution.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. Well, there was no question. That had to be answered, right?
Yes, it has to be answered.
How many times, how happy are you to have that settled? I'm assuming fans would bring that up to you often.
No, I never got that one.
Are you being coy with me?
No,
Really?
honestly,
Really?
I'm not. I'm totally not being coy with you. I promise you.
Well, good. Well, some of us are very excited that that's being answered.
The original had a lot of steamy sex scenes. Has your attitude changed at all with filming those? If you look at, you know, filming them now compared to back when you first started?
No, not really. I think it's important to show the sexuality. You know, I think to sort of redefine you know, how queer sex has been represented in film and television, and I think it's important to get it out there and have that platform. But no, but what do you mean? In what way? Like, has it
No,
changed?
just how, you know, the first time that we saw the show, it was a kind of a big deal, I think, to see that on TV.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's as much of a big deal, but I think it's an important component.
Yeah.
Yeah.